first live hunt of the year. I'm trying to get into my channel on the computer. There we go. So I can go look at chat. Okay. I am live. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Everybody's enjoying the new year. I got 3 bank wrap rolls of pennies left from last year. So we're going to open them up so I can finish out so I can do a wrap up of all my finds in this tube. I think got up to 10 wheat cents in there. So right now, you're getting gloves on. Usually I'm on 2 hours. Usually I'm on by 10-ish, 10:30, so I was running a little bit late. It's okay. So let's see. This. So basically, we're going to go through these pennies. I got a new box of nickels. And just like last weekend, we're going to just separate the nickels out. Then I got 3 containers, so the new style only separated by mint mark, P or D. On the new styles, the old style, which is pre-2004, well 2004, yeah. Those be in the old little container. And I'm putting the glove on backwards. So I got the wrong size gloves apparently. I got large last time. So I think next time I'll order extra large. So we're going to go ahead and rip them to these pennies. We're just going to get these out the way. And today when I went to the bank to bring the nickels in, I was able to get $10 worth of customer wrap pennies to go through. So we're going to do that another night. Hey Phil Guy, what's up? So you on earlier tonight, but I was just too busy doing stuff. Last night doing stuff. So on here, we're going to the last 3 rows of my bank wrapped copper. This is going to take a lot longer to do. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to raise the scope up. Yeah, it goes all right. Let's hope the Saints win tomorrow. Beat the Dirty Birds. I mean, not tomorrow, Sunday. Tomorrow's Saturday. This Friday weekend's going to be all messed up. Last Sunday, I woke up thinking I was late for work. 79. There's a 93. So these are looking for die cracks. And so I got $10 worth of pennies today. Did you see the one I posted the other night that I filmed going to my Christmas party? Some dude cut across the white lines. I am on TikTok. Yes, I am. Occasionally I post short videos on there. I don't do enough on TikTok. I should do more. Ooh, that was bad. Cool. Zinc rock going to a buck below. Yeah, occasionally the videos, I want to probably start doing some more on TikTok. There's another platform I've been posting on too, some a little bit. I can't remember the name of it. It's been a while. Now this one looking for the DDO 002, and I don't see it. Actually, these are pennies. So my eyesight's bad, even though I had surgery. And I just way I could see the dates is using the CoinScope. But while I'm at it, I am looking for errors. I did discover a double die on 2024 Shield Cent. Since then, I found out I've got maybe about 12 or 13 of them. So one to one guy for like $30. He's going to send off to get graded. Then I'm sending mine off to get graded too. So we're up to, this row we are up to 4 coppers. This is the last 4 box of pennies I was able to get from the bank a while back. So after this, when I'm getting out these pennies, we're going to blitzkrieg through the nickels. Probably do half the box tonight, the other half tomorrow night, so I can start back checking on Sunday. Boy, some of these coins are bad looking. So definitely for double dies. The date on these coins, if you see what looks like a snake eye, is usually a double die. But the one I found, it's shifted. Nope, that's not it. That is not it. Back of these, I also look for die cracks on these coins. They're not supposed to be there. I got one more video left to make from Dirty Waters stash that he sent me. Then I got my own to backtrack and film. I got a couple tubes filled out. I don't know how Saidi, like, I don't know how to pronounce that name, 6703. Actually, I need to go sign up on the Mint's website for the proof sets and the Mint sets. Oh, I got a subscription up for the quarters for next year. I think I'm going to be able to do the $50, but you have to do it by the bag. The rolls have been sold out, from what I understand. So, I'm not going to be greedy like some people are. We'll do a couple of the mints and a couple of the proof sets. If I do that tonight, I have to get off of here. Hopefully I find at least one more weed out of these bank wrap rolls. I think I'm up to 10 in my tube. This is hub doubling on this one. You can tell by how thin the Y is on the right side, how thick it is on the left side. You can see it in the T. That's the hub double die. So in other words, working hub got doubled. I do have a few of the true double dies off the 2017 Philly. The 2026 pennies are going to be released to the Mint's website. You'll be informed the Mint sets, proof sets, I think the rolls also. I haven't finished scrolling through that website. But I did put my orders in for the subscription for the quarters. 4 different quarter designs are coming out. So all that one got 5 copper. Okay, let's put these up into the bag. Bro, name a call for an edit. What do you mean name a car? I call my new truck the Beast. It's a 20, actually it's a 2018 Chevy Silverado. We got 4 coppers out of that roll. I have lost track of the copper count because as I get car change, I've been putting the copper into the bucket with the copper sensor in. So there's this. This is row 49 of that box. I'm gonna do another box next weekend of nickels. I'm gonna take a break and do 10 rows of quarters because I want to sell the following weekend or whatnot. I'm a little over 290 something sales up to hit 1,000. Tell you what, despite the pennies being pulled back out of circulation, I'm making pennies and change wherever I go, except for the bank. But when I went to the bank today, it was funny. They asked me if I wanted some pennies. She said, sure. She goes, how about $10 worth? I said, yeah, I think I can swing that. Somebody walked in with $200 worth of customer wrapped pennies, which is what I got. And they just didn't have any room for them. Out of like a parking lot coin. It's copper. Well, you never use it, you still have it. $70 Denver. That's 2. This is 79. It's 3. $24. You go to Wexler's, you can see the WDDO002, and this is not it. It's also in Variety Vista by somebody else as a VDDO001. The Kaneka has their own number for it. So I might be sending mine in to get graded. The one that I found. I need to call Annex up. See if they slab the note in with the penny that the guy wrote. That actually attributed it onto Wexler's website. I still could call them. Should do that today and I didn't. Today I was trying to find a justice of the peace. Found out state was I could still take the people to the small claims court, but most I could get would be 5,000 max, which means I'll lose 1,000. I paid a little bit over 1,000 on that car since that car got totaled. Basically, what I'm doing, the reason why I'm flipping on these, you can find die cracks on these also, but they're not as common as they are on the 1983s and 84s pennies, the zincs. Now, I do weigh the 83s out when I get them. Supposedly some got struck on copper planchets right at the beginning of 2023. So they start minting the coins in December at the end of each year. So nice 2024s. I'm going back to my zinc since I'm going to separate them by date. That way somebody needs to fill out a book. If I got the penny, I'll sell it. So last year, it was 25 war nickels, 5 silver dimes, which somebody left in the machine at the bank a few times, and the 2 Standing Liberty quarters a couple weeks ago, beginning of December, whenever I got them from the bank out here near my house. Nikki! Hello, Nikki. Where have you been, my lady? Now, it was since I've seen you on my stream. I finished up my last 3 bank wrap rolls from last year. That's going to be Copper Large date, I'm pretty sure. Feels like it. Yep. Today I got my packages from Sean. We had 3 rows of pennies from him. A card with the end of the penny by Tops and an uncirculated 25 Denver. Or no, uncirculated 25 Philly penny. I didn't even make a video on a penny book that I bought from a local coin shop. Runs from 2009 all the way through 2025 with proof and mint set coins in there. It's got the W pennies, the reverse proof, the enhanced 2017 penny. So that I don't have to do that in the kitchen. I just need to clear off my table. Do that in there because there's not really enough room on this desk for that. It's a big book. So look for that to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. Well, you missed a couple weeks ago. I got row of quarters, and there's at the end was 2 Standing Liberty quarters. So that row would produce 6 copper, 1 pork lot coin. I gotta get these into the bag. I'm keeping the zinc cents. We'll separate them eventually up by how well they are. Close to being uncirculated, brown, red brown, dirty. Because they're only going to go up in price. Even the circulated one's going to start going up in price here, I think, soon. Well, let's see. I got me a truck. Thanks to Bank of Mom and Dad. Pay him the first note payment on that Christmas Day. The insurance is $230 a month. So I'm now insured by Geico instead by State Farm. My little sister and them have a granddaughter. So we had Thanksgiving at their house. Then everybody came to my mom's house for Christmas. At mom's house yesterday for New Year's Day lunch. Dad's doing okay. Mom's doing okay. Mom is just about had done cooking for everybody. Turned 82 day after Christmas. So it's... I notice they don't eat as much as they used to. They both have been diagnosed with a swallowing disorder called achalasia. So they don't eat as much as they should. I notice I'm getting a little bit frail. I want to talk to my little sister about that. My brother's completely divorced now. His stepdaughter is due any day now with her first kid. So we're all excited about that. That was definitely dirty. I'll have to clean that one up. So, see, my kids are out of town. They're in Arlington, Texas with their church group. Something called the Passion. It's a big organization for the youth to go to all across the nation. So they left yesterday morning. Got there yesterday afternoon. Gave them each some money for their trip. My daughter got more than my son because I still owe her money for her birthday. The proof sets for these coins 2008 are high because that's the last year of the memorial cent. This got some toning action going on to it. Also got some damage to it too. So this is the last row of those bankrupt pennies. Oh yeah, I see. Nice pay raise, nice Christmas bonus. Once again, we had a Christmas party at a local casino. So that was good. I actually went to the top, to the roof deck. It was closed. That's what the pool is on top of the casino. But one of the workers allowed me to go up there for a few minutes to look out across the Mississippi River back towards Tiger Stadium. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to separating these out by dates, then by mint marks. That's going to take a while. Well, I ain't seen no wheats yet, no wheat ears yet, so we may end up with what's in my tube here. A few more die cracks to add to my collection. I think there's about 10 wheat cents in that tube. Now, like I said, I got 10 rows of customer wrap to go through. We're going to do that maybe another weekend. So, I was very happy, end of the year, at 1,200 subs. Picked up another subscriber today. So I'm at 12,001. I just need more view times on my videos to get the monetization going. Yeah, unfortunately, live hours did not compute into that. If you go live, that does not help. So far, it looks like we're going to have maybe one copper out of this last row. I was hoping for a Wheatie. I really was. So after this, we're going to break out, start going to nickels. So basically what I'm going to do is scope anything from 2003 on back. The more modern nickels are going to be separated by mint mark, Denver and Philly. Unless I see a proof. I did get a proof coin last in the 2 boxes ago. Did a 1972 proof in 1 box. So now I found, in 3 years now, I found 3 proof nickels. I also had a proof Canadian cent in there. So we ended up with 3, 5, 7, 11, 12 copper coins out of 3 rolls. Last week in my box of nickels, I did find a buffalo nickel. Turns to be, had a nickel date, turned to be in 1920. Okay, nickel time. Time to blitzkrieg through the nickels. I'm working on doing something where I may start using StreamYard to go through to so you do 2 cameras. So what I would do is log in on my cell phone to StreamYard to see what y'all see now. You have another camera facing down so y'all can see that and just listen to my voice. and probably enlarge this screen here on StreamYard. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Oh, well, we got first 2005, Denver. So, like I said, these I will scope off. Plug my phone from the power. Yeah, I did been doing some shorts here and there. Says Pacific View. We just got our first piece. So these, and you go back and check the ones I got. You can find die chips and the letters on the Philly Minute ones. 23. O style. There we go. So we get 73 Denver. I did get some nickel books. So to backtrack these, I want to research all of these. I know the only ones I had trouble filling out would be the 2009, 2024 Phillies, because they do get the Denvers a lot. So I don't have the first book. I got 5 of those. 4, technically 5 if you count the Big Jefferson book. I do need 1960. These I do keep. These are required for the first Jefferson book. People throw them back. I keep them. So sometimes those are hard to get. It took me about a year to get the 60s. Here's the 61, same thing. The very first Jefferson book. Denver, okay. Blitzkrieg. All thought I was at 24 Denver. So I was double checking it. 96. So these I can always back check for the dates for those books. I want to see how long it takes me to fill out a book. Unfortunately, the book stops at 2024. Is enough blanks for or is it stops at 2025? I forgot. But I think it goes up to 2025. There's no room for 26. That's an older Whitman book. I want to look at Littleton Coin Company because they make nice albums. But the only thing they don't gouge you on is on the albums. The albums have gone up in price. Even the cheap ones they used to be, what was it, $4.99? Now they're $8.99 at the coin stores. Yeah. 82, you definitely want to look out for 82s. Look for steps. At least 1 to 2 full steps if you can. So partial steps, but this would be a nice one for a book. Is nice if you are struggling the obverse. That the steps just go back. Okay. So new style. Old style. What Queen Elizabeth coin are you talking about, Yellow House? Because there's coins with her on all kinds of countries. Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Some in South Africa. I think, no, India used to. They got rid, and once they got the British monarch, they quit using Queen Elizabeth. I tell you what, I want to get is King Charles's coins with him on there. But I don't live close enough to Canada to go to Canada to get coins like that. I have to depend on people to go to Canada for me. And turn it back in here in the States. The Pacific View, that's 2 on those. $78. So the last 2 boxes of nickels I got, I've been skunked on silver. A lot of silver I got this year I actually got in change at convenience stores, which is kind of highly unusual. But with Queen Elizabeth, I got 3 BU rows of 64 Canadian cents here. And here, those, since she's died, those have gone up in value. I'm moving on my first pre-60 nickel now. So 95. Hey, we got a 56. First pre-60 nickel. Denver. So there'll be a video coming out of this, probably that Sunday, make a video on that tube. Look how badly this one's damaged. It's gonna go down here below. That would those coins would definitely jam up a coin machine at the bank. I actually seen it happen, not to me, but somebody else who was in front of me. I had to go to another bank. Then come back to my bank to get my money, my pennies. 2005. Denver, you can find die chips in the word Liberty on these 2005s. Just so y'all know that, if you like to look for die chips. Me, on the more modern coins, look for beehives. I can find partials, so sometimes you can see where it's starting to break off. The metal begins to move and polishes the planchet more. This is a lot faster to search like this than it is to scope every coin, let me tell you. What was it, last weekend I did half the box in like 2 hours. So I think it'll take a little bit longer. I want to do half a box tonight, the other half tomorrow night. It does take a while to back check. Versus me checking every coin and getting maybe 8 rows or 5 rows done in 3 hours. I'm going back to doing it like this. And I'm starting to put money aside for my trip to Oklahoma this summer. Go to Oklahoma Tulsa Coin Show. Go visit my cousin, stay with them while I'm up there. 2005 Denver. This is a nice shape. So it gives us 5 of those. Those I back checked for. There's some doubling on some of those coins. Both SMS sets and regular business strikes. But you almost need a coin scope to find the doubling on some of those branches. There's a 73. A little bit of blue toning to it. It's been damaged. There's another 2005 Philly. These are all new. Oh, there it goes. And those sauce, 97. So basically what I do, I would go through these again with the books. I go through my old books, make a list of those, type it up so I know when I start back checking, I know what coins to keep out. 64, Denver, 2001. So last year, my bigger accomplishment was Candy Book 1, Whitman, completely done. It includes the 79 and 81. Woo, look at that 49, how dirty that one is. The type 2s and type 1 $50. Got gum on it. I'll put some Roman alcohol in and take it off. So we got 49 and we got a 56. But last week, I actually put some of the older style coins up the new style. It's like, how are these coins getting here? I was going through them. I remember that. And this one, I cannot tell what the date is. Get mark on the back. No. It's a lot newer. It's like a 1990. 1996 Denver. That was a trick to read that one. So anybody get a white Christmas this year? Down in Louisiana, we get what we call the brown Christmas, the leaves on the ground. One year, we had flurries when the kids were little at Christmas, on Christmas Eve. Okay. Hey, dude, what's up? I haven't seen you in a long time. The Med State, I can't, God, I know you told me once how to pronounce it. It's been so long. I haven't seen you on in a long time. We've done 3 rows so far. Let's see. I know, Phil, guy, you didn't have no white winner. You need a Cajun coin hunter. Oh, man, I forgot I was supposed to go to his house today. Shoot. Oh, well. I got to bring him a book and a set of those Lincoln Cents proofs. Okay, separation time. No, I may do some of these rolls as a video, like a short video, like do a roll or two later on there, maybe tomorrow. I don't know yet. The hard part is sorting these out, then back checking them. Because if I sort them out, I'm going to separate them by date. That's what I'm going to do. 1970S. We'll pull that one off to the side. The last year they made a business strike on the nickels, 1970. Oh, that hurt. Had to tone that sneeze down. I also blowing y'all speakers out. '70 Denver. So let's go ahead and go into the nickel book tonight. '70S. Now I will stop occasionally double check these new styles for Beehive, just see if I can find one. '62 Denver. Actually, I might go ahead and just keep all the 60s out. I already put that 64 up. Oh, we got 58 Denver. So we got 56, 58, just missing 57. I started to notice nickels from the 60s and maybe the early 70s are starting to look like the ones from the 40s and 50s. It's starting to get that little patina to them. Yeah, we got a 2005 Buffalo Ender here. Yeah, he probably is asleep. Kind of spread them out, see if there's any war nickels, but I don't see any. There's a 64 Denver. Let's make a stack for the 60s. I'm not going to pull them back out. Let's see what, this is our first Buffalo of 2005. It's a Philly. No die chip between the head and the M. So now we got at least one of each of those four commemorative coins. '75 Denver. 74. That one's all screwed up. That'll definitely not be going back to the bank. That was a crazy thing today at the bank. So I go hit print receipt. The paper got stuck up in there. They actually opened the machine up to get my receipt out so I could cash out the coins, get my money back. And I said, well, check the paper, make sure it's not. Oh, we got 41. All right, we're in the 40s. And that's a Philly. What is this one again? 49. Okay. '59. So now we got 56, 58, 59. What minute mark we got? We got a Denver. Yeah. Every now and then I'm going to check these. I'm still looking for, have 524 Denvers in that last box. I think I posted a video. I'm not sure if I did or didn't. E7. Okay. Okay. So 5 down. 45 left to go. I don't know how long it's down tonight. I may try to do half a box after midnight now. My problem with I'm having to go up against a guy on the West Coast. I mean, his channel took off like it took off last summer. He started going live, and his channel just exploded with people coming on. But being West Coast, you get all those West Coasters coming in on his channel. Mm. 83. That I would definitely not be keeping. That's dirty. So basically, I'm just looking at the old style, new style, and just flip them over to the Auburn side to look at them. '64, Denver. I know he produced a ton of '64 Denver. I just can't remember what the number was. That was the kill boat. '74. Another kill boat. It's funny how those nickels work out. Sometimes you get a ton of the Pacific View or get a bunch of buffaloes. It's just funny how those things play out. You know, going through rows. Now, I will probably start back at checking the new styles here. Monday, maybe Sunday, Monday. I don't know yet. Depends how far I get with getting these separated. 84. Yeah, I don't know if you was in here. 2 years ago, I had surgery on my eyes called cataracts. But what I'm doing is, it's easy for me to read the dates on the scope. My scope is actually plugged into the computer. You see what you're looking at is the monitor, one of my 2 monitors. I do back check all the coins for beehives, die chips, or cracks on them. Sometimes I will randomly check the newer coins looking for those. It's just easier for me to look after a scope than trying to look at them on the desk. I mean, I can separate it by new style and old style. I just can't read the numbers that well. And it's not the lighting, it's just the way my eyesight is. So this is very nice, 25 Denver Buffalo. So on these, you want to look for the Spear Bison. This is nice enough. I may put that in the book. I had 1 year, I had one box of nothing but 22 Denvers. So basically, I opened them all up, brought them back to the bank. And my bank makes me use a coin machine. And they charge 3% to use it. Better going to Albertsons or someplace like that, Wally World, Walmart, where they charge you 13%. And I hear that went up to 14% this year. Yeah, I know. And what's bad is technically I'm handicapped. I'm not in a wheelchair. I have muscular dystrophy. Now these, I will look for die chips and stuff. Occasionally I might find something that back. Every now and then I flip one of these over just to check, see where I'm at. But I have muscular dystrophy, and let me tell you, a box of nickels is like 25 pounds. To me, it weighs 100 pounds. That's why I don't do boxes of quarters and half dollars. I can't carry them. I can't carry the box in. I did a box of half dollars, had to go bring it out to my car, and carry them in any bucket and set them up on my table about 10 at a time, 12 at a time, or something like that. Now, I do ask them every time I go to the bank, they get any half dollars I can look through, and sometimes they have some, and they say yes. So I look through them. That's how I got a bunch of my silver half dollars. I went to one of the branches. Dude says, "Come here, I got something for you." And it was about 25 half dollars, all 40% silver. So those actually are in a safe. So I got 2 full tubes of 40% silvers. See, but I don't have that kind of money. I actually had to save up money to get one box of half dollars. And that was not easy. Now, if my son's not working on a Friday, I can always go get him. If I tell him I want a box of half dollars, if I know like he's not working on a Friday till that night or something, I can always go get him, bring him back here to my house to bring in the boxes, and then bring him back to his apartment. Oh, I missed one. I need Philly. $500 is a lot of money. Now, I am pulling some money out of my 401k. Once that money hits, I may get them to give me a box of quarters. I've never done a box of quarters. Usually I get 10 rows to 12 rows of quarters. It's $100 or $120. Now, for my quarter supply, I actually go to a car wash. Put in a 20, I use the Eagle backs, or the ones that state cars are like really bad off. I will use those in the car wash, bring the rest back and search them. That's how I found the Bayou Engine double dies. I found Saltwater Bay double die, Alvers. Picture Rocks double die, Alvers, the only one that's known. I've gotten one West Point quarter from the car wash. So yeah, I take a $20 bill and I drop it in. Get my change. I pick out what I don't want to look at. Bring the rest home and search. Now allows me to maintain getting a box of nickels every week or 10 rows of quarters every week. Let's see. If I drop into 20, that's usually $18. Now I count the change I get, and I go, ooh, 69S. We don't keep that one out. Goes with the 70S. I'll probably have, let's see, today I had right about $30 worth of quarters when I went to the bank on the printout. It was close to $30. By the time I get done going through the nickels, I'll probably pull out 2 tubes worth of nickels, not counting the old dates. I'm talking about for beehives and die cracks and stuff like that. Those are usually about 2 tubes of nickels. Always check your 82s and 83s. See, here's one that's got some steps across it. It'd be okay for the cheap books, but not for a nice album. And I'm still trying to find nicer ones to put into my nice album, my nice Whitman album. Now, I don't know if any of y'all remember the Lifecoin Q&A. They have been on over a year. I am thinking about doing a Monday night live cast on YouTube. Maybe get like Blue Ridge on for 30 minutes. Talk to him about how, the industry and all that. See, some of the other hunters would like to come on just to talk about, where are they getting the nickels at? Oh, no. Now, how they getting their coins and all that to hunt. What they found lately. I filled up. I still got a stack of quarters got to put in for last year's finds. I got maybe about 8 quarters there, 9 quarters. I filled out, I think, 10 of those Mylar sheets that holds 20 flips at a time. Oh, me right now, it's just in the 50s, it's going to be the harder ones to get to. Like, I didn't think I had a 46S, which is a semi-key date. So I bought 2 on Whatnot. One guy ran me up to like $19 and kind of irked me about that one. Because then the guy ran another one I got for $5. Turned out the one I got for $5 was a lot nicer than the $19 one. So I was able to move coins around. Now, I do have here a friend of mine's album, which I got to redo because I lost all the stuff I did on research on his stuff. I have every Jefferson nickel in that book from him from 39 through 63. All his key dates, the semi-key dates, every one. He doesn't have any of the varieties like the FS501, the large S, I think it's a 41 Jefferson nickel. He doesn't have that. So I did check his for any type of varieties. No 39 double dyed. No, he didn't have any hintings. But you all see the silver certificates he's got. Oh my God. They're in look like he just came out hot off the printing press. A lot more in sequential order, which is pretty cool. Now, I am slowly building up my currency collection, start selling those on Whatnot. I've got a bunch of star notes. I do have a duplicate Star Note, the 2013 duplicate series. And it's printed in DC, so it's a rare of the two double mint marks, whatever you want to call them, the serial numbers. If anybody wants to see it, let me know. Well, this is house money. It's okay. Okay, you gotta think, how much money do you spend to get money to get change out in the wild? Now, last year it was great. It was like almost every week I was getting a war nickel. But it seemed like every week or maybe 10 days, I was getting a war nickel and change at the Murphy's gas stations here in Baton Rouge. It was crazy. I couldn't get any out of the boxes. Occasionally, maybe every fifth, sixth box, I would have a war nickel. I just thought it was strange that it happened that way. Well, I sold them to one guy. Guy was in a rough spot, so I helped him out. I sold those to him for like $1.10 a piece or something like that. He was trying to pay some hospital bills, and he knew he could get money for silver. I said, look, dude, pay the shipping and all that, buy them from me and whatnot. I give them to you at this rate. He agreed to it. So I said it to him, and he turned around, took what he had, and took it to a dealer, and the dealer gave him like $135. His wife is not doing good. She's terminally ill. In fact, he has been on her own in the last 4 weeks or whatnot. So I don't know if anything's happened or what. Oh, I used to have a bunch of stuff when I was married. I had several quarters, had a lot of war nickels back then. I had like 3 rolls. I sold them to a local coin store at the time. I needed money to pay off a bill. I think I got $2 a piece for them. I had 3 whole rolls. So what's that? 40 times 2, 80. So $240 I got. But that shop went out of business a couple years later. I finally got the money back to go buy him back, and he shut down. I don't know if he got caught doing something illegal or what. I know the federal government shut him down. I don't know what he was doing. And now I've not been kicked out of my 3rd pawn shop. I was in the last pawn shop I got kicked out of was last week. I went to one, another part of Baton Rouge, and they were trying to sell coins at 4 times the value that is suggested by PCGS. They had an MS 60 Morgan dollar. It wasn't no Verizon, no VAM. What was it, in 1892? For $12,000. And this dude's going to buy. I said, sir, you're going to get ripped off by the pawn shop. And I said, you need to get out of here. I said, okay, but I told the dude, so you need to look up the value on PCGS's website before you buy. They're going to overcharge you way too much money for that silver Morgan dollar. So you can get one a lot cheaper at a coin store. Now there's one pawn shop in Florida. He does sell and whatnot. He's more reputable. I know somebody that goes to him. He actually does. It's gonna be. He works. He does the coins as if he's a coin shop owner. So he's gonna, look at the melt value. He'll probably buy coins at $2 under melt. Now something like the Silver Eagles and stuff, he'll give you right at the melt value or slightly more, maybe $1 above melt value, because of the premium that's on there on those coins. So I watch him. He's out of Florida. He sells them whatnot once a month. He goes to garage sales and finds stuff. He actually bought some guy's whole coin collection for like $5,000. And all it was binders filled with flips. Dude had one album just full of wartime silver nickels. I think he had about 12 pages. No, yeah, 11 pages. Because each year had its own page and each mint mark. It was crazy. That was about 3 years ago. That's not long I've been watching that dude. If y'all like to see that, yeah, I just went and got box for the nickels. I just need to get tubes. I'm going to pick up some tubes at my local shop tomorrow that's open on weekends. But as soon as I get paid, my first real paycheck for 2026, and that's not going to be this week, but the following week, I'm going to probably order nickel tubes off of Amazon. Versus me burning gas, go buy some here and there, as I need them. That way I'll have them here and I can label them. Oh. Then we get into a dry spell on the old nickels. So we're on roll 12 here. I'm actually ready to build a bookcase. I got a wall. It's roughly about 8 feet wide that I'm looking at. I'm in what was my son's bedroom before the flood. And they moved out. I'll probably build a bookshelf across. Because my thing about making a desk also for sorting, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. I know there's going to be at least 2 vertical and a double row horizontal going across the top. I haven't figured out about the rest of how I'm going to do it yet. I got to draw up at work and print it out, buy the lumber and make it. I have a table saw, so it'd be easy to cut lumber. So what got me into coin collecting was originally 1976 when the bicentennial quarters came out. Then I went to middle school / high, we call it junior high back then. was we were going to the cafeteria. We kept getting old time nickels like the 40s and 50s in change. In fact, I'm going to be buying me a metal detector. I'm going to go and eat those bleachers at that high school. Even though it's not there, I got permission from the priest to do it. Go metal detect. Now you can put a shroud to force the sound waves to go straight down to the ground and not out. So you want to pick up any of the metal supports of the bleachers. Because those bleachers, the north side stands at my old high school were built in the early 50s, going with the east side. But the north side's longer. That was the home field side. We put the visitors on the side with the press box. 69 Denver. I'll pull that back out. I go through the coins. Oh, I don't need a list. I can fill these albums up. Ooh, that's okay. This one's kind of broad struck. Struggling with the tilted collar. 1986. You see how wide the rim is? How much deeper it is compared to this side? Yeah, this was struck with a tilted collar. And you see how flat it is on that side. So this one I'll pull out. This was struck with a partially tilted collar. And that from Blue Ridge. That's why I always... And those seem to be more common in the 80s and 70s and 80s. Do we have steps? We got some partial steps. Yeah, it's like one shop I go to, they sell wheat cents in bulk. So if I got the money, it's $35 for like 500 wheat cents, I'll buy it. So I go wheat cents galore. I just need to finish sorting out. There's a company called Coins TV, and I had bought copper coins from them. The last batch actually had a Flying Eagle, 1857? Flying Eagle was in one of the bags. First bag I bought from them, they actually had a large cent. So this next round, I'm buying another quarter-pound bag of copper coins and a quarter-pound bag of nickels. There's a wholesaler here in Baton Rouge, but coin shops won't tell me who it is. Like last Saturday, I went to the coin shop and I bought 4 $half at 9%, 3 Walkers on 1 Benjamin, $120. Was it last year? 2024 actually had a proof quarter and some rolls that I bought from the bank. There's a Ohio proof quarter. Here we got the piece. So I'm actually looking for die chips on the letters, but if this is the Denver, nope, you ain't gonna find them. Well, I've actually back checked before on coins and found older coins. One time I actually found a silver coin that I completely missed. This was before I had eye surgery. It was before I actually had I didn't have much. I just using a coin scope, and I just somehow I missed it. This was before I started doing live videos. Blue Ridge was when it told me I need to start doing live videos. So I've been doing them since. It's not like it's these newer coins are just taking over the new style versus the old style. It's crazy. But they've only done it now for 20 years. These newer style Jefferson nickels. The other thing we'll do half the box tonight, the other half tomorrow night. Friday nights I go to Waffle House for supper. So that's where I went tonight. That's why I'm kind of late getting on tonight. Okay, so I start separating them out. I kind of fan them out, see if I see any war nickels, but I don't see any. So it's better to check these older style nickels than it is the newer style. Things I look for. And now this is the last long weekend for the holiday season. I don't want to stay up too late. It's a nice 1964. Got some little bit of detail left in the middle. Actually got a little bit of the steps left. Now, I tell you what, if they do decide to change the composition of nickels, you're going to see people start hoarding nickels. Just like the pennies. I still think they could have kept producing the penny. They experimented with aluminum planchets back in '74. They should have switched to that a long time ago, and they didn't do it. So far, we got more of the Pacific View nickels than any other ones. Actually, put those combined might equal them. Real quick here. Okay. Plus, my feet are starting to hurt, which means I need to take my medication. So tomorrow I'll probably go to the store and get something heavier for supper tomorrow night. '48, Philly. New style. Okay. Old style. 64. Denver. If I could get these back searched by Sunday evening, before I go off to do my nighttime job on weekends, I will probably be doing the pennies that I got from the bank. Or I might wait till Thursday and do a couple rows of pennies. Just stretch those out. I mean, somebody walked in with $200 worth of pennies today. And he had no room for them. So that's why I was able to get 20 rows of pennies for $10. So we're just searching as quickly as possible. If you do search quickly as possible, always back check. Always back check. Okay, got the box sit on. Yeah, we're gonna do half the box. Once my feet start to hurt, it takes me a while to go to sleep with them hurting. Ah, 75. Had me full. Had that old patina look. Okay. Yeah, I just like to see how many I get those commemorative coins from 2004 to 2005. Besides looking for the errors and doubling, I like to see how many I get. Just something a little extra to look forward to. Because I do live in Louisiana. And the Louisiana Purchase produce between full and partial states, 15 states out of it, and then part of Canada. Now, what I may do, I may get up in the morning and before I go head out, I may start back checking some of these or putting them in the albums. So when I get done hunting these nickels and back checking, and probably fill out about 80% of that album. And mostly everything from 2004 forward, I should be able to fill out. Only except for the 2009s. I do have a 2024 Philly, and I do have the Denver ones. I got one 24 Philly in the tube right now. Yeah. And close to the halfway point of this live hunt. I may pull out a few of those penny rows tomorrow night. I may do 2 rows tomorrow night to get started. I'm mad though, according to my notification, I had supposedly 3 packages today. But apparently she couldn't put the 3rd package in because I had a box come in from somebody. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that package tomorrow. Even though the notification said it was delivered today. Okay, time to start separating. I want to see no war nickels. Now, do remember this. Up until 89, the mint marks were hand punched into the working dies. Once again, I saw somebody trying to sell a nickel minute in the 90s, saying it's a North PM. I had to tell that person he's wrong. He's go check his facts first before he advertises them. So, dude, you're going to get caught. You're going to have to refund the money back if you keep advertising like this. So I may start doing a video on these people who do stupid stuff like that. That is a rim. No. My 30 power loop. Oh, y'all. I got to look at something through a loop. What was it? Oh, it's a rim thing right there, or is that the beginning of a rim cud? It's damage. It's hard to show a damaged edge of a coin on the scope. You can see the little indentation right there on the edge. Sometimes you gotta just. That's why I keep a loop handy for stuff like that. .64. Get the Wheel of Death marked on it. Was it Dirty Waters? Maybe it's him on one of his videos. I think he got like 5 silvers out of 2 boxes or something like that. It's like, dude, send me a box. I've got 4 videos made and posted of the nickels that he sent me. I got one more video to do, and that's the die chips and the letters and some die cracks also across the memorial, base of the memorial building. So what we'll probably do is tonight, when I get done with this half of the box, yes I do. I got some Morgans. I got a few Peace. I got the Ikes, which are 40% silver. Couple of Bora $half. Actually, I have a 18.99 micro O that somebody harshly cleaned. Would you like, tell you what, hold on 1 second. Let me get that coin out and show y'all. Somebody cleaned this coin and destroyed the value of it. Let's see, where's that book at? No, that's not. There we go. There you go. This is just a typical Morgan silver dollar book. It was on my Morgans. There's my 4-piece dollars right there. And that's not silver. Hold on one second. Okay, that's not even supposed to be in here. So my Super Extra ain't actually a night book, but let me show y'all this. Actually, I did a video on this when I got it. There you go. $18.99. Look what somebody did to the surface. They cleaned it. Look how bad they just, it's like they took a wire brush or something, just scraped it up. But what makes it worse is the Micro O. Yeah. This, I paid $50 for this because it was heavily damaged. If they would let, I think an MS-60, it's about a $3,000 coin. But somebody went and cleaned it. Really, they did a horrible job doing it too. Now this one I want to show y'all. I forgot who I got this book from. Oh, I know who I got it from. He sells on Whatnot. He actually has a coin shop. This one actually came from Littleton Coin Company. 1889. I'm still looking through Van World on this one. There's about 100 different varieties of VAMs. They had this listed as an MS-60 for $130. We believe it might get an MS-61, which makes it a $500 coin. Oh boy, I'm missing one of the slides. God dog it. They're trying to get me to join the dollar of the month club. I keep telling them, don't send me the coins. I said, I'll buy this one. I'm not joining the club. This still got some luster onto it. I lost a slide too. Just there it is. There it is. Now my uncle, before he died, his son sold it off his collection. He had over 500 Morgan and 150 piece dollars. And some still had a nice luster on them. Yeah, I paid $50 for that one. With the melt value today, that's probably a $75 coin. Because it being the Micro O. You know, it is harshly clean. So yeah, I wish I could. I didn't figure out how to mount a camera that runs horizontal across the desk looking down. I mean, I can move the mount that this camera's on, because I have a place for a Logitech mouse to stick up on there to look down. I tested it once before. Then go live, just test it to see how it would work. That way you can see me sorting the coins out. Now, one of the coins I'm starting to collect, even though it's not a collector's item, I'm starting to collect these washer coins or dryer coins where they get spun around. I've got a dryer quarter, 69 S. Women Man Killer someplace. There's a piece. Ooh, we got a little extra rim right there. Some misaligned die strike. Denver. Nothing gets this late at night. That medicine really knocks me down good and hard. But tomorrow I have to go back to the coin store, go pick up some more nickel tubes. I forgot to grab those, and I bought the books today. I'm going to go buy some more staples from Wally World. Oh, it fell someplace. So, yeah, we're going to do half the box tonight, half tomorrow night. This is a lot faster doing this the way than me doing one roll and scooping every coin. Now, I don't want to use a lot of nickels up because $100 is $100. So I may try to fill out what I can reasonably. In the next box, and just add to it from that box. I'm trying to not have to take any money out of my savings accounts to pay for these nickels. So I've been using the same $100 for the last 3 months, I guess. I just add an extra $20 worth of quarters plus whatever getting changed from the convenience stores to that. But they open those pennies. I'm not turning down pennies. C3. Now, before I put the 82s and 83s in, I will be looking at them. I'll separate them out completely and look at them and figure which ones I want in the book. There's a 66. It's got some wear on it. Not bad for a 59 half-year-old coin. Hey, coin anxiety. Yeah, but this one's over off at an angle. So for me to use it, you look straight down, I would actually have to move it around and shift my other stuff down a little bit to put the Logitech camera facing face down. Hey, Anxiety, what was your total count for star notes for this year, last year that you found? I don't know if you saw my message. I didn't see a reply to it. For me, I ended up with about 25 star notes from Domino's from my banks. And that includes a few I got from customers that didn't know what they had. Well, I told him to give me a box of nickels next week. So I'll be having another box. And then I think the following weekend, I'm just going to get 10 rows of quarters. Maybe a little bit more. Because I want to sell Whatnot that weekend. I haven't decided if I'm going to sell it yet or not. I just haven't had too much going on right now. But I'll have to work on a show to put together. Wow. That's crazy. All from the same Federal Reserve Bank, the sequence. Man, you need to do a video wrap up on all your star note searches and all the ones that you kept. Oh, I got a dollar bill with 6 twos in a row. Okay, got some older styles. 64. Wow, that's crazy. You got that lucky. What was it, 3 years ago? Somebody got a strap, uncirculated star notes, all in sequential order, and sold for like $10,000 on eBay or something like that. Somebody bought it for $10,000. It's the only thing I remember Blue Ridge talking about. I have to ask him about that. If somebody that has a big time star note collector that bought it, they ended up having to sell his whole collection off to pay for his wife's hospital bills. That's why now I'm starting to remember what happened. Okay, there's no date on that one, so we're going to put that in the bottom. Four, two, three, that's 64. There's a 63 I keep out, and this is a decent one. This is probably a fine 12. You still see the window transom there. You got the door, some few steps. Oh, it's a water stain. It looks like a water stain across that nickel. So far, I got 3 from the 40s, 3 from the 50s, 3 from the 60s, and a couple of 69s, a couple of 79 S's. So that's where I'm at on the nickels right now. Just keep y'all kind of updated. I've had it before. I've hardly got anything out of nickel boxes. And there's times I got a bunch out of customer wrap. Look, it's getting heavy. Tell you what I'm going to do. Take the rest of these out for this half of the box. No. At least 5 or 6 of them. God dog it. They start falling over inside the box. Okay. The other half is in the box. So we have 5 rows left for tonight. I'm going to call it a night after these other 5 rows to get a decent amount of sleep tonight. It's a green patina, but it looks like junk on the side. Six. You like my nice Whitman books or the nice Littleton Coin Company books? I've been going back and buying mint sets and filling those out with uncirculated coins and putting the circulated ones back in these cheap albums. We have Ray Beauty here, 22 Denver. Let's see if it comes off. Nope, don't come off. So what causes this to happen is it's been worn down because of use. It gets black or overheated and it cools down, so you get a gray or gunmetal tone. Unfortunately, this has been circulated. It's lost its luster, but that is a mint error. Overheat it, planch it, and then properly cool down. That is just dirty. So far we've been dry on. I haven't been checking the back of these for die cracks. In no coins, I usually when it got me started finding die cracks and reverse of coins when I watch one of your videos. I'll blame that one on you. Yeah, but it's been fun finding die cracks. So tomorrow morning I get up, I'm doing a wrap up on my pennies for the year for 2026 and 2025. There will be some die cracks in those. On those memorial cents. Wow, I got 12 people. This is cool. No, Ash in Oregon, he's probably got about 50, 60 people on his channel right now. He gets all his West Coasters on his channel. Yeah, they also call them black beauties. It could be black, gunmetal gray. I know they wear off over time. You can see where it starts to get polished by fingerprints and all that. Buffalo. Denver, did we get speared? And no. More light on this end. That's 64. 64 is just so dang common. There's a 61. This is a nice 61. You got a little bit of the detail left in it. 61 Philly. Let's see, that's right there. Cool. Bad looking coin. So like I said, when I back check these nickels, we'll be looking for the 2009s, the 2024s. They're still shooting off fireworks. I just heard one go off. And where I live, that's actually against the law to shoot fireworks in the city limits, and they still do it. Now, I did the year my sister passed away. Just some small, nothing that would flew up in the air, just stuff that blew up on the ground. I did it out in the street where we wouldn't catch nothing on fire. Down here, you can actually catch somebody's yard on fire with all the leaves we get on the ground. Especially if it's really, really dry. We actually had a rent house by us that caught on fire because the kids shot a firework in the house and caught the laundry on fire. Wow. But if it's legal to shoot them, they can shoot them. But here in Baton Rouge, it's illegal to shoot them. But you can't put half of Baton Rouge in jail because there ain't enough room for them. I say put them in Tiger Stadium. And the thing that gets me is people letting the kids drive golf carts at night. Anytime, how many times almost, oh, we got 1940. Yay, we finally got one in a while. And it's at Denver. So it gives us 40 and a 41. Yes, 46 or 48? 48 and a 49. I got to clean. Yay, we finally got another pre-60 nickel. Now, I'll tell you something that happened to me a couple years ago. They have a 1950D. So I got one. Got bedded up pretty good on it. And get it in the mail on a Thursday. That Friday, I stopped at a convenience store. I got a 1950D handed to me in change. And I got three or four 1950Ds now. Should be separating these out by mint marks, but I'm not doing that in these newer styles. There's one. Ooh, look at this ring of death on this time of gun. That's a 25 Denver. What is the number on that one? It's just a raw nickels that fell over. You got a Pacific View on the reverse on this one. And it's the reverse of that coin. So tomorrow night I will open up from the bank 2 rows of those pennies tomorrow night to get started with the other half of this box. Just say Saturday night. Pacific View, just the ender I was talking about. So I'll be making a few videos in the morning before I go start doing my morning errands, before I come back for lunch and all that. Buffalo. No spear bison yet. Monday I'll find one. $54. Okay. What is this one? 56. We got a mint mark on this one. Denver. That's 60. So we got 4 from the 50s and 4 from the 40s. A2 Philly. Got on the bottom. 93. Nine. 78. Yeah, boy. So I wish I started doing this years ago, like when I was in high school. (2006) One more, I'll be halfway done with the box. And I'm going to call it a night. Everyone hits the floor, but I don't see it. I'll pick it up later. Both look like new style enders to me. One's obverse and one's reverse facing. Just tell by shininess. Actually, today I was coming back from the coin store out in Central. They actually had the fire truck come out. Had to dive into a little small parking lot, get out their way. 2 of the 3 trucks went out. $64. Yeah, tomorrow night, I'm going to start off by doing a recap of what we found tonight. So we'll be live tomorrow unless something happens. I got to stay late or something. Just never know when you're delivering pizzas. Sometimes things happen. So we're going to be busy all night long, and then all of a sudden it just died off. Mm, 79. Once you get coins in their books, we'll start looking for upgrades. $25 Denver. $19.60. You have a Denver. I see, what was this one? So I got one of each, 1660D. Man, I should get it first year Jefferson book. I might just do that. But dang. Another $8. 64. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, y'all. It's been 2 hours and 3 minutes. So we did 3 rows of pennies, 25 rows of nickels. We do half tomorrow night. I have to go take medication so I can get some sleep. So thank you y'all who came out tonight. And if you sub, thank you once again. I'll find out or not. So we had 4 likes. Okay. Maybe tomorrow night, maybe we might just find out Lusa silver nickel in the box. So until then, y'all have a good evening. And remember, always check both sides of the coins. You never know what you're going to find. In fact, I just learned that 2009s Lincoln Cents are double die obverses. Because I got one. Good night, y'all.